So Python, basically Python is, let me write the definition for Python. Python is general purpose programming. And one more thing, Python is object oriented programming. And one more thing is Python is global level programming. And one more point, Python is simple. And one more point, Python is interpreted. Python is interpreted. And Python have a lot of library set and frameworks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so and Python is language independent. Python is language independent. So for every language, Python is going to be supporting with Python supporting with the C, C++, and Python is supporting with the Java, .NET. Python is supporting with PHP. Python is supporting with the JavaScript, and we can do Python programming with comfortably merge with a different kind of programming languages also. That is not an issue in the projects. And Python mostly using for different kind of application development. So what are the different kind of applications we can able to develop using with the Python in the real time? Applications with Python. So what are the different kind of applications we can able to develop using with Python programming? So that we need to understand first. Okay, so using with Python, basically you can able to do. So why we are calling Python is general purpose? We can do a lot of applications using with Python. So we can develop web applications using with Python. And we can develop mobile applications using with Python. We can develop data science applications using with Python. And we can develop artificial intelligence applications using with Python.
Yes, sir. Machine learning.
And we can do with IoT applications using with Python. Machine learning, deep learning comes with the data science AI. Okay, so that
yes, sir.
Machine learning is a kind of topic and kind of execution. Machine learning, deep learning, which are available in data science. And again, those two topics are going to be available in AI also. See, basically, yes, data science is a part of AI. Data science is a part of AI. Okay, so using with Python, you can do data analytics also. And using with Python, you can do blockchain applications also. And using with Python, you can do with games, and you can do with desktop applications. And using with Python, you can develop AutoCAD applications, AutoCAD 2D, 3D applications. And there are multiple things you can able to develop using with Python. Okay, so not only these things, you can develop a different kind of applications using with Python. But now Python is very, very famous for three major things. One is the data science, one is the AI, one is the data analytics, and one more is web applications. Okay, so where Python is mostly using in the real time nowadays, data science, artificial intelligence, and data analytics and web applications. Getting my point? And
yes, sir.
Science, you will be having the machine learning, deep learning algorithms, MLDL algorithms. For machine learning, deep learning, we are using a different kind of libraries, different kind of applications, and different kind of frameworks and all. So most of these particular libraries are developed on Python, and with Python, these algorithms are basically easy to implement kind of algorithms, to implement a kind of applications. So that is the very reason Python is very, very famous nowadays. And one more important point is Python is dynamic typed. One more important point I have to tell here. Python is dynamic typed. What is the meaning of dynamic type is? No need to specify the programming, no need to specify the data type for the each and every variable. Whatever the variable value we are providing, based on the value, type will be allocated. Based on the
Yes, sir.
providing value, type will be allocated. That is basically called dynamic type programming. Python is dynamic type. Okay, and one more thing, no semicolons needed. No semicolons needed. No semicolons needed for end of the statement. End of the statement.
End of the statement.
And one more important thing is Python follows indentation. Python follows indentation for code blocks. Python follows indentation for code blocks. See, what are the code blocks we will discuss in the Python programming. For example, when we entered into the loops, when we entered into the conditions, when we entered into the object-oriented programming structure, when we entered into the functions, and when we entered with a different kind of topics. So different kind of topics, basically Python follows indentation. It means some spaces and new lines will be scripted. Spaces and new lines will be strict mode. Strict mode, nothing but some other programming languages, spaces and new lines will be allowed. No need to worry about the spaces and new lines in other programming languages, but in Python, it is very, very strict about the spaces and new lines. That is the very reason Python follows indentation for the blocks. This is very simple. Once you understand the things, it is very simple to understand indentation concept
Yes,
also.
sir.
And Python is just like English. If you know English properly, then if you understand the syntaxes of Python, then automatically Python is very simple and comfortable programming. And everybody can able to learn Python. Not only the engineering students, not only the MCS students, not only the MTech students and all. And everybody can learn.
Yes,
Even
sir.
school people also learning Python nowadays. That is that much.
Yes, sir.
And now we try to
Yeah.
understand what are the different kind of editors which are available for Python. See, you can write
Hmm.
Python code using with Notepad. You can write Python code using with the Notepad plus plus. You can go
Hmm.
with the Python program using with the PyCharm, or you can go with the Python code using with the Visual Studio Code, and you can write the Python code using with the Autumn,
Jupyter.
and you can write Python code using with the brackets, and you can write Python code using with the Sublime Text. See, editor is not a matter. Only the thing is, writing program is only the matter, and you can go with different kind of online editors, and you can write Python code using with IDLE. IDLE means integrated development environment. Integrated development environment. So that is basically available. So once you install Python, once we install Python,
Hmm.
automatically IDLE is there in your system. Automatically IDLE will be installed. IDLE will be installed. So through this IDLE, we can write Python code in two different ways. Through this IDLE, we can write Python code in two different ways. One is the interpreted mode. Interpreted mode. One is the batch mode. One is the batch mode. Batch mode also you can do. See, what is this interpreted mode? What is this batch mode? I will tell you. Interpreted mode is line by line execution. Line by line execution. That is basically called interpreted mode. And one more is the batch mode. Batch mode is complete program execute at once time, or complete program executes at once. Complete program executes at once. That is actually called batch mode. One more important point. One more point I'm telling you. All Python programs are saved with .py format. .py format. Remember, .py format. And come to the 10th one. 10th is Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator editor. Anaconda Navigator is basically not editor. This is the environment.
Yes, sir.
Environment. We have to install this environment in our system. So once you install this environment, we will be having lot of editors which are going to be available here. And the most important editor from the Anaconda Navigator is Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook. One is the Jupyter Notebook, another one is the Spider. So you can write your Python code using by the Jupyter Notebook, or you can write your Python code using with the Spider also. So once you go with the Jupyter Notebook is basically available with the cells. So this is basically cell by cell execution. Cell by cell
Yes, sir.
execution. So we need
Execution.
to understand how these codes will be available, and notebook will be saved. Notebook will be saved with .ipynib format. ipynib format. Okay. Later you can see that every notebook is going to be saved with .ipynib format, and Spider also you can write a Python code. And there is a one more thing with 11th one. This is the cloud editor.
Okay.
Cloud editor. So what is this cloud editor is Google Colab. Google Colab is a cloud editor, and where again
Yes,
you
sir.
will be having the Jupyter Notebook. Same Jupyter Notebook which is available
Ye-
in the cloud.
Yes, sir.
Same Jupyter Notebook which is available in the cloud. Now this will be available in
Yes,
the
sir.
cloud. Okay, so you
Yes, sir.
can directly save your
I
file
got
in
it.
the cloud, Google Cloud.
Yeah, I run
Getting
it.
my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever you want, I will go through that. So better we can go with the Jupyter Notebook in our system. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
I try to install Python fast in my machine. I don't have Python in my machine. First of all, you need to install Python for doing anything. Python installation is very simple, and you need to install Python in your laptop. So installing Python is very simple. Directly you can move to the website called python.org. You know this, I think so. And go to the downloads and go to the Windows operating system and take the latest version 3.12.3. So this is the latest version for Windows machine. I'm trying to installing it. This is the new laptop. I'm trying to installing Python now. So install now, click on the install button. When you click on install button, Python is going to be installing in your machine. After installation of Python, only you can do practice your Python codes. Once you install
Yes, sir.
Python here, automatically you can work on IDLE, right?
Yes, sir.
I already told you, once you install Python, IDLE is there. IDLE will be automatically available for us. And through this IDLE, we can do practice. Okay, let me search for
Okay.
IDLE. I am searching for IDLE. IDLE is available now. Okay. So in this IDLE, I can do Python code in two different ways. I told. What are the two different ways? Let me go with the font. Okay. Edit option. I want to check with the font. Where is the font available? File. I just want to improve the font for this. Configure ideally and go with the font size here. And that is okay. And whatever the font you want, you can take it. Okay, so now this is basically interpreted mode. Python is now available in the interpreted mode. Am I clear? So the
Yes, sir.
three arrow marks are coming. So when I search, when I entered 2 plus 3 and enter, when I click on enter button, automatically output is coming. Output is 5. So you can perform a different kind of arithmetic operations here. So I'm entering 2 into 3, 6. I'm entering 34 minus 45. I can give the enter button. When I give the enter button, automatically we can able to see the output over there. And I want to do perform one operation 12 double star 4. What is this 12 double star 4? 12 double star 4 is 12 to the power of 4. 12 to the
Power
power
of 4.
some
Yes, sir.
number is coming here, and 123 by 4. I can able to see the value for that, and
Division.
1234 double slash, which is going to be dividing by 3, which will give the floor value here. Floor value is going to be 411. So you can perform a different kind of operations, different kind of arithmetic operations using the interpreted mode. And for example, if I want to print some statement, you can go with the print function, and inside the print function you can give the single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. For example,
Yes,
print I'm writing hello Python. Then I say hello Python and close the parenthesis, enter. Okay, what is printing here?
Hello, Python.
Hello Python. So let me go print of I'm giving double quotes now.
Double quotes.
Okay, hello Python.
Yes, sir.
Again, I'm giving hello Python. Welcome.
Single quotes.
Okay, so I'm using double quotes now. So double quotes also okay. Both are working. Single quotes are working. Double quotes are working. Now I'm trying to giving with triple single quotes. Triple single quotes. Hello Python. Hello Python. Yes, this is also working. Now let's give the triple double quotes. Hello Python. Triple double quotes. This is also working. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So like this. Okay, 1 second. Go to browser and search for www.python.org and go to downloads and select your operating system and then click on the latest version. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Click on the latest version. Click on download. And the next thing is after download exe file, double click on that, and after that click on next operations. Python will be installed in machine. Okay, after in search option you search for what ideally, and write down the Python codes like this. Write down the Python codes like this. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
This is not required now. There is a problem with the mouse now.
Okay.
Okay, you can search like this. This is the output for 2 plus 3. This is the output for 2 into 3. This is the output for this one. And this is the output for this one. You can do practice like this.
Yes, sir.
You can do practice like this.
Yes, sir. I will do.
You can do this.
Yes, sir. I
Okay,
can do.
so in ideally there is a one more option. You can do with batch mode also. What is the batch mode? Let me create a new file here. I'm creating a new file and save as in Python folder. So we already created one folder on top of the desktop. This is the Python folder. Inside the Python folder, I want to create a new Python file, hello.py. Hello.py. .py is mandatory this time. Why? Because of this is the bash mode. Why? Because of this is the bash mode. For the bash mode, .py is mandatory. Okay, hello.py.
Yes, sir.
So when I go for this, let me give the number of statements. Let me give the number of statements. Hello all. Okay, and I want to specify the name. Name is equal to something like Ayesha. and I want to print the name, and qualification is BSc, and I want to print the qualification. Am I clear? And
Yes, sir.
location is equal to something like Chennai or Hyderabad. I am giving the location also, print location. I am giving the location also. Okay, so finally, I am trying to writing multiple lines of the code. First, I am writing print. 1 second. Okay, so you can write multiple lines of code like this, and you can able to execute the complete program at once now. So how to execute complete program at once? Go to options and go to run button, go to the run module or click on F5.
Run.
When you go to F5,
Yes, sir.
automatically the complete code is running at the same time. So hello all,
Yes,
Aisha,
sir.
BSc Hyderabad. The complete program
Yes, sir.
runs at one time. This is the way of working with IDLE. In IDLE, we did two things. One is the interpreted mode or command line mode, and one more mode is the bash mode. We done with the bash mode also. Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
now we'll go with the one more editor called Visual Studio Code. This is the Visual Studio Code. So when you want to work with the Visual Studio Code, first of all, download Visual Studio Code. So the second way of working with Python is VS Code. Okay, now we write with the bash mode. In batch
Okay,
mode,
sir.
what we want to do is open IDLE, create a new file, and save it as whatever the name you want, you can just give it. Okay, I'm giving the name as file.py. After that, write some Python code and go to run option, then run module. Am I clear? This is the working with
Yes,
the
sir.
bash mode process. So we already done with the command line process. This is the command line process.
Yes, sir.
With the command line process. Command line from IDLE.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm actually telling multiple ways of run Python code. But finally, we will
Yes,
work
sir.
on Anaconda. We will work on Jupyter Notebook only. But I'm telling to
Yes,
you,
sir.
there are multiple ways to
Yeah.
work with the Python. I'm just giving 2 or 3 editors. Then we will move to the
Yes.
Anaconda navigator directly.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so batch mode. Okay, batch mode. After that, we can write the code and we can execute the code, run the module. So that is enough. And shortcut is F5. You can just press F5. Finally done. Now working with the Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Okay, open browser, search for VS Code. Download latest version and install. This installation is very simple. You can directly install it. After installation, open VS Code and install one plugin or one extension. And install one extension. Sorry. Install one extension. See, what is the extension is Python extension. So how to install this particular extension, I will show now. Go to VS Code. This is the VS Code, right? I want to create a new file here. And already I created file.py. Now I want to create a file1.py. File from vs.py. Am I clear? Now the thing is we need to install one extension. So extension, you have to go with the 5th button here called extensions window, extensions option. Go to the extensions option and you search for Python here. I'm searching for Python here. When you search for Python and one simple extension which is going to be available, the first one, and this is actually provided by the Microsoft, you can install it. So once you install this extension, then only you can able to debug your code, then only you can run your code. Okay, so installing Python extension now. Just wait for a few minutes for that. Do you know how to install Anaconda Navigator and Jupyter Notebook, all these things?
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
Yeah, that is good. And what I can do
I
today,
already.
today I will install Anaconda also. And
Yes, sir.
we are going to be working on Jupyter Notebook from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so this is
Okay,
the
sir.
Python. This is the Python VS file. So what I want to do is I will copy paste all the code from here. Copy the code and paste here in this. And
Yes.
just go to the play option. You will be having a play option here or run Python file here. And when you click on that, automatically you can able to see the output. Can you see the output now on the bottom of the window?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is direct execution where you can able to see the code. And for example, if I want to save something, Aisha Sheikh SK. For example, if I go with the SK Sheikh, then automatically that option also, that changed value also you can able to see. One more time the program got executed and one more time that updated value will be coming now. Previously that was Aisha and this time this is Aisha SK. Am I clear? This is the VS Code
Yes,
process.
sir.
You can do program practice in VS Code also. The last option,
Okay,
which
sir.
is very famous, is Anaconda Navigator. So
Navigator.
install Anaconda Navigator. From this Anaconda Navigator, you have to go with the Jupyter,
Jupyter.
Jupyter Notebook.
No.
This is very comfortable one and very easy one. And let me search for Anaconda Navigator. I don't have Anaconda Navigator in this system. So what I will do
Okay,
is
sir.
Anaconda Navigator download. Okay, so Anaconda Navigator. Let me go with the anaconda.org. No, not this one. The top one, I think so. This one. Anaconda distribution. Not this one.
No, sir. Think this. This is down.
Not this one also. I will give you the specific one.
So at the top there is free download.
One second.
It is the way to download. Yeah. Watch it. Yes, so click on it.
Okay, so go to the option called skip the registration process and click on the download button. So when you click on the download button, it is going to be downloading for you. And now it is downloading for me. So can you see this one is 904 MB. So after download it, please go and install it. So once you install
Yes,
this
sir.
one, then it is going to be available with the Jupyter notebook and all. Okay, we will continue with the Jupyter notebook from the tomorrow onwards.
Okay, sir.
So I'm trying to opening the Anaconda Navigator. Okay, so let me try to open the Jupyter notebook. And I'm trying to opening the file, which is going to be the last class we're done with. Okay, so this is the last class we seen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one second. Okay, fine. So we're done with kind of arithmetic operations and we're done with the comments, how we can provide comments in Python. There are multiple ways to provide comments, like single line comments you can do, and we can do the multiple line comments also. And variable names, we done with the variable names. There are some rules and regulations for the variable name. See how to create a variable name. Variable name is a custom defined name, but it should not start with the number and do not have any spaces. And variable name do not have any special characters like these. And variable name can allow only one special character like underscore be given that. And Python keywords not as a variable name. This is also we done. Am I right? And let us try to move to the one more thing. So we done with the one more method called type method. So what is the use of type method and what is the use of print method also we done. What is the use of print method? Print method is going to be available to print the things like whenever you want to print something into the Python code from the Python code, you can go with the print with single quotes, print with double quotes, and print with triple single quotes, print with triple double quotes also. And these are the methods we seen in the last class. Am I correct? And one more thing is the type method. What is the use of the type method? What is the use of type method? We can able to identify data type of that particular variable. So we done with the type method also. And we done with one more thing that is a kind of type conversion. See what is the use of type conversion and what are the possibilities for the type conversion? What are the possibilities for the type conversion? Tell me. What are the possibilities for the type conversion? I can able to convert into to float, and I can able to convert float to int, and I can able to convert numerical string or numerical int to the integer. Numerical int means this is kind of str value. Str as numerical int I can able to convert it to the integer. And one more thing, str of numerical float or number float, I can able to convert the number float into the float value. And these are the possibilities we done so far. And let me try to work out with the one more thing. Let me try to work out with the one more thing. So there is a conversion. For example, I want to convert the bool value, something like a true, to integer, int of true. What is the int of true? Int of true is 1. And int of float. What is the int of float here? Int of float. Can I see what is the int of float here? Int of float I cannot able to see. FL. Int of float is possible. Int of true is possible. Int of true is possible. Int of true is possible, but int of float is not possible. So then float FLOAT. Float of float. Is it possible? Float of float is also not possible. Or sorry, float of false. Float of false is not possible. Int of false. Int of false is also not possible. Am I clear here? Am I clear here? So this is one interview question.
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever you want to convert int of true, it is possible. But I want to convert int of false, it is not possible. At the same time, float of false, float of false also not possible. So I cannot able to convert it. Yes, float of false is possible. So sorry, spelling mistake. The previous one is a spelling mistake. So float of false is possible. Int of false. Sorry, spelling mistake I'm actually. So int of false also possible. Int of true is one. Int of true is output is what? Output is what? One. Am I right? Int of float output is what? Sorry, int of false. Int of false output is 0. So this is the interview question. So you can just try to attempt it. Okay. So one more thing I want to explain to you. There is a concept called print formatting. Print formatting. For example, there is a product name. There is a product name kind of iPhone, and product price is equal to something like 56,000. And I want to print product name and product price in the below line. So what I can do for this? Suppose, for example, product name is Apple, product name is iPhone. This is my output, exact output, and product price is 56,000. So what I can do for this? Can you type in the chat? What I can do for this? I want to print a product name and product price. Product name is iPhone. I want to print, and product price is 56,000. In the same line, I want to print. So possibility is very simple. So print of. You can write single quotes or double quotes, and product name is comma PRD underscore name. You can do like this. Then, and one more thing, string concatenation you have to do, and product price is and I want to go with the comma again and PRD underscore price. So when I execute this, we get the same output, right? Product name is something. So product name is this one. The same output I got or not? Product name is an iPhone and product price is a kind of 56,000. I got the same output or not?
Sir.
Okay, for example, I want to go with the name of the person. Employee name is equal to something like Ayesha. And employee qualification is equal to something like a BSc. And employee salary, I want to print like 45,000. And my output should be like this. Ayesha getting salary 45,000 with the qualification BSc. So for this, I want to get the output. What I can do? In the normal way, we can do this. What is the normal way? For example, print of. So Ayesha is employee name. Employee name, getting salary 45,000. Getting salary, I want to go with the string concatenation. Getting salary, I want to go with the string concatenation. Getting salary. Then again, I want to go with the employee salary. EMP underscore salary. With again, I want to go with the string concatenation. With then again, I want to go with the qualification. With qualification, I want to give the string again. So this is complicated, right? Qualification. Then again, I want to get the BSc. How to get BSc again? With qualification BSc. So something like EMP underscore salary. This is complicated or not? How many times I want to give the concatenation? How many times I want to give the concatenation? There are number of times we have to give the concatenation, right? How many concatenation? How many times I'm using concatenation operator called plus here? How many times I'm adding the values? Employee name is a variable and getting salary is a string. Employee salary is a variable and with qualification is a string and EMP salary is one variable. So 3 variables, 2 strings. And finally, 4 times I am doing concatenation operation. 4 times I am doing concatenation operation. Is this clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this clear? So 4 times I am doing concatenation operation. So this is the way the thing is going to happen. So instead of that, I can use a simple way. Instead of that, I can use a simple way, something called a placeholders. I can use a simple process, something like a placeholders. So what is the process of the placeholders to go with the formatting strings? Okay, so simple thing is print of Aisha getting. Aisha is something like a 0. Aisha, that is the first placeholder. First placeholder, I can go with the 0. Aisha getting. Tell me, Aisha, getting salary. How much salary? That is the second one. Second one is 1. And with qualification, with the qualification, this one, that is 2. See, we are using 0, 1, 2 placeholders. 0 is one placeholder, 1 is one placeholder, and 2 is one placeholder, and everything is going to be available inside the string. See, you can able to understand what is going to be happening here. So 0 is what? Imagine this is a 0. So little bit confusion, but one time some programs will do practice, then you can able to easily understand. So 0 is something like employee name, and getting salary is something okay, and 1 is employee salary, and with the qualification 2 is value of employee salary. This is the 0, and this is the 1, and this is the 2. So we are actually placing placeholders inside the string. We are actually placing placeholders inside the string. 0 is employee name. So employee name Aisha. Aisha getting salary 45,000 with the qualification BSc. With the qualification BSc. But this is not enough. But I want to access the variables also. If you want to access the variables, you have to give the one more thing. You have to give the one more thing. What is the thing we have to give is dot format. Dot format is the function for that. And formatting multiple variables. What is the first variable? Employee name. What is the second variable? Employee salary. What is the third variable? Okay. Getting salary with qualification is employee qualification. EMP underscore qualification. Sorry. So 3 variables. One is the employee name, one is the employee salary, one is the employee qualification. So when I say like this, when I say a format method like this, when I say a format method like this, automatically you can able to see the same output. For example, I just want to make it hide this, comment it. Now execute the program. Execute the program. So shift enter. Now you can see what is the output now. Aisha getting salary 45,000 with the qualification BSc. Am I clear? This is understandable. This is understandable. Only the thing is we are using a format method here. Only the thing is we are using a format method here. What a format method can do? Format method is formatting or placing the values 0, 1, and 2 with employee name, employee salary, and employee information. Okay, now there is a one more requirement. There is a one more requirement. Aisha getting salary 45,000 in 2024. Okay, so this is my output. This is my requirement. This is my requirement. So now you tell me, for example, here, year is equal to 2024. Okay, I want to mention the year also. Now tell me, I want to print the same thing. What I can do, Aisha, tell me. Print of, you can use single quotes or double quotes. The first one is Aisha. Aisha is 0. 0 getting salary 45,000. 45,000 is what? In dot format. Dot format. So what is the first variable? What is the first variable in the format? Employee name, employee salary, and the third variable is 2. 2 is the what? 2 is what now? Here. Am I right? Aisha, you have to respond. Either you are printing the thing message or you can just talk to me. This is the right string, the right format we are working on. Oh my god, salaries. Okay, getting salary 1 and 2 is not defined. Okay. EMP name is okay. Getting salary EMP underscore salary and comma year. Then what is the problem? Name error. Print getting salary 1 and 2 format EMP name. Name year is not defined. Okay, I need to execute this line first. Now I need to execute this. Now can you see this? Aisha getting salary 45,000 in 2020.
Yes, sir.
Yes, one more simple example I want to do with. One more simple example I want to do with. Okay, product name. Again, I am going with product name. Product name. I'm just defining some variables here. I'm just defining some variables here. Product name is something like Python data science. Python data science. Okay. Product name is Python data science, and EMP name is again Srinivas. Or trainer name. Let me give the trainer name. Trainer name is Srinivas. And student name, I want to give the student name. Student underscore is equal to Aisha. And year 2024. And organization is equal to smartlearn. See, some variables are there. Okay, location. I want to take the location. So, a little bit complicated format we have to work with, and location is Tenali, Guntur district. Tenali, Guntur district. Okay. I want to take this. So these are the variables. First of all, these are the variables. Product name is or subject name, whatever you want. Subject name is Python data science, and trainer name is Srinivas, and student name is Aisha, and year is 2024. Organization is SmartLearn, and location is Tenali, Guntur district. Now these are the variables. Just execute all the variables first. Now variables got stored. Now my requirement is, okay, so Srinivas teaching data science. This is the output. Now tell me, Aisha, how to write this one. You can give in the chat box. You can write in the chat box. What is the output of this particular line? What is the output of this particular line? You try it. You try it. Srinivas teaching data science. Srinivas teaching data science. Okay, let me go. Print of. Okay, single quotes or double quotes. That is first. Then Srinivas. Where is Srinivas available? Srinivas available as trainer. Trainer name is 0. Teaching. Teaching. Data science. Data science is available. Python data science. Whatever. So that Python data science. Python data science. Now, Srinivas teaching something like 1. Dot format. What are the variables I need to do format? The format, the first value is 0 is Srinivas. Srinivas is basically available in the trainer name. Trainer underscore comma. And second thing is data science, Python data science. Second thing is subject name, subject underscore. Is it enough? Aisha, you have to respond like yes or no. This is enough. This is enough or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Srinivas teaching Python data science. That is there. Now, one more requirement. Srinivas teaching Python data science in smartlearn. Srinivas teaching Python data science in smartlearn. Now tell me how to write this. Now tell me how to write this. Same print.
Print of 0.
0.
0. Teaching.
Python data science.
1.
Python data science is something like
1.
And
dot format.
In smartlearn. In smartlearn in the second.
Yes, sir.
Now dot format. Dot format. I want to give the 3 variables now. 0 is Srinivas.
Trainer name.
Trainer name, exactly. So trainer underscore. And comma. 1 is
Subject name. Subname.
Subject name is something like a subname. Subname. And one more variable. Smartlearn. Smartlearn is available in the organization, comma org. Now Srinivas teaching Python data science in smartlearn. Srinivas teaching Python data science in smartlearn. One more elaborated way. Srinivas teaching Python data science for Aisha in smartlearn. Srinivas teaching Python data science for Aisha in smartlearn. Now tell me this one. Simple, very simple, straightforward. Print again. You can give the single quotes. Yes. 0. Srinivas teaching Python data science. 1. For Aisha. Aisha is 2.
1.
In smartlearn, that is 3. Dot format. Yes. Now tell me this one. Formatted values. What are the formatted values? The first one is trainer name. And second one is subject name, subject underscore name. And the third variable is
name.
Aisha. Aisha is student name. STU underscore name. And fourth one in smartlearn, in org. That is the org. Okay, so execute it. Shift enter. So Srinivas teaching Python data science for Aisha in smartlearn.
Yes.
Yeah, so you will be having a formatting way. Formatting way is a very simple thing, and you can directly doing the things with string concatenation. But string concatenation is little bit complicated when you have a bigger value you want to print with.
Data.
When you want to go with the bigger data, string concatenation may you confused or may you get a lot of errors. When you are missing with the plus symbol, when you are missing with the single quotes or double quotes, you are getting the issues. That time this formatting procedure is very simple, and it is the easiest way to go with the string formattings. Is this understand? Do you know this? String
Yes, sir.
formatting, previously you know this? Previously you already learned Python, so you know about this formatting process.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I do
fine.
only one.
Yes, fine. So that's it. Okay, this is the string formatting process. And one more concept we have to go with. One more simple method I want to go. Input method. Input method. So let me write. Input is Python predefined method. Python predefined method using for take input from user. Take input from user. Hmm. So how to write input method? So input of you can give the single quotes, or input of you can go with the double quotes. Input of, if you can go with the single quotes, or input of you can go with the double quotes, or input of you can go with the triple single quotes, or input of you can go with the double triple double quotes. Okay, so for example, input of enter your name. Enter your name. Okay, so whatever the input value we have, that value I want to store into the name. Name is equal to, and finally I want to print the name. Print the name. Print of, sorry, I don't give the capital letter. Print of, okay, name is plus name. Am I clear? Am I clear? So input
Yes,
method is
sir.
there. What input method is doing? Input method is basically taking input. So it will give you in prompt box and in takes input from user. Takes input from user and store value into variable. Store value into variable. So value is going to be storing into the name now. Whatever the value you entered, for example, you entered when you get a prompt box, when you execute the code, one prompt box will come. So inside the prompt box, if I type something, for example, if I'm when you are getting when your prompt will when this code will execute, it will give you a simple prompt box like this, and it is asking user enter something into this particular one. For example, the value is going to be pouring by yourself, pouring by the user. So user entered something like suppose you are entering your name, you are entering something like Ayesha. When you enter something like Ayesha, so that Ayesha is going to be storing into this. Ayesha is going to be storing into the name here, and immediately I want to print the name. Then automatically you can able to see that. Okay, let me show how this will work. Let me show how this will work. So it is asking a prompt box, enter your name. Suppose, for example, I am giving the value called Aisha. So name is, output is what? Output is giving enter your name. Entered name is Aisha, and again print
And
box
name is I.
that print is giving a name is Aisha.
Yes,
Name is
sir.
Aisha. Okay, let me take multiple inputs. Okay, suppose employee name. Employee name is equal to input of enter employee name. Enter employee name, and one more employee qualification is equal to input of enter employee qualification. Enter employee qualification, that is the input value, and employee salary is equal to input of enter employee salary. Enter employee salary. Finally, okay, I want to print all the values. I want to print all the values means print of employee name is, okay, so employee name, this is the 0 getting salary this much, and dot format. Inside the format, how many variables I want to pass? 0 is name, emp underscore name, comma salary is emp underscore salary. Can you execute this? First of all, it is asking employee name. Suppose I am giving Aisha, and it is asking qualification. Qualification is BSc, and it is asking salary. Salary is 45,000. And finally, Aisha getting salary 45,000. Finally, Aisha getting salary 45,000. Am I clear?
Sir.
Am I clear here? See, I entered 3 values. From the inputs I entered 3 values. Those 3 values got stored into the variables. But finally, I want to use a print function. That print function is going to be storing the values into the format method. So in the print method is formatting the values. Okay, I want to enter something like a first name. First name is equal to Srinivas. First name is Srinivas, and last name is equal to Gorantla. Okay, I want to give the full name. Print full name. First of all, calculate the full name. Full name is equal to, okay, first name plus first name plus first name plus, and I want to give the hyphen plus last name. And finally, print full name. Print full name is you can directly go with the full name. I'm just directly concatenating single value, right? Now this first name I'm not taking here. First name I'm going with input of enter first name. Enter first name. And again, this one I'm not giving here. This is taking from input of enter last name. Enter last name. So execute the program. Enter first name Srinivas. Enter last name is Gorantla. And finally, oh my god, something got happened. Oh my god, so this is first underscore name, that is the one. Execute it. First name Srinivas, last name Gorantla. Finally, full name is Srinivas Gorantla. Is this okay? And again execute it. First name Ayesha, and last name SK, and full name is Ayesha SK Sheikh. I don't know your surname is Sheikh or Muhammad. Okay, so I'm just giving you SK. Sheikh is okay, or MD? Sheikh Aisha or Muhammad Aisha? Mughal M. Okay. For example, I want to go with execute again. So Aisha and M. Finally, and Aisha. Full name is Aisha. Is this clear? How this print formattings are working? For example, I am giving the first number. First number is 12, and that is input of enter first number. Enter first number. Okay, so enter last number or enter second number. Second number is equal to input of enter second number. And finally, I want to go with the addition. Addition is equal to first number plus second number. Am I right? Addition is print of addition value. Addition is 10 plus. Execute it. Execute it. Shift enter. First number 12. Second number 23. Addition is 1, 2, 2, 3. Addition is 1, 2, 2, 3. What is going to be happening here? What it is going to be happening?
Concatenation.
Yes, it is
Concat.
working like a string concatenation.
Concatenation.
String concatenation. So string concatenation we don't want. Basically, one important point we want to understand. So here I am writing. Input by default will take string. Even you entered a number, by default input will take a string. Then finally, how to change, how to get the required output for this? How to change the required output for this? So whatever the first number you have, that first number, whatever the input you have, that convert into the int. And this is also convert into the int. So type conversion method I can use. We will overlap one more method on top of the input method. Then finally, first number is 12, last number is 23, and finally, second number 23. So something is missing. Somewhere int of input of cell, something is missing. String concatenation input by default will just. Can I do one thing? You can directly do here, but okay, I'll do one thing. Int of first number and int of second number. Trace back, some issue is coming. That is number. This is add is number. Add is number basically. Number and string you cannot able to concatenate. Now you can work like okay, first number 12, second number 12, and 24. Addition is 24. Finally, addition is 20. Okay, Aisha, we will do a lot of assignments on this. Okay, so we will go with the multiple calculators with the input method in the coming class, and we will be having some more methods in the coming class on this. Then we will move to the list items, tuple items, dictionary.
Okay, so let me please mute yourself. Let me start with Anaconda Navigator. So Anaconda Navigator is one important thing to understand Python applications, to understand Python programming, and one important web IDE. And Anaconda Navigator is web IDE, which is going to be having a lot of environments, a kind of Jupyter notebook and Spider. And ideally, there are multiple things which are going to be available inside the Anaconda Navigator environment. So I'm trying to launch in the Anaconda Navigator environment now, and which is going to be available with the Jupyter notebook here. So this is the Jupyter notebook I'm trying to launch in it. So when I try to launch a Jupyter notebook over there, so I can see like this, one command line is coming. Then one browser will open, whatever the default browser you have, that browser will open using with the Jupyter notebook. And Jupyter notebooks files will be loading into that. Okay, so wait for a few more minutes for that. Okay, so let me check. some issue is there. Okay, I got a Jupyter notebook here. Can you see this? So I got a Jupyter notebook here. So I want to create, first of all, we want to choose a path where I want to save the file. For example, I'm saving the file on top of the desktop. So on top of the desktop, I want to save the file. So save the file. To save the file, first of all, you need to create the new file, new Python 3. I'm going to be creating a new Python 3 file over there. And we are trying to working with some source code. Suppose, for example, I'm working with some arithmetic operations, 2 plus 3. And when you return some 2 plus 3 here, click on the run button or go with the shift enter. Shift enter basically giving you the output of the particular program. See, 2 plus 3 is some arithmetic operation I'm trying to give in. So when I say 2 plus 3, it is giving the output as something like 5. So yesterday we returned some arithmetic operators, right? And the same arithmetic operators we are trying to performing now using with the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so every time I'm giving the shift enter. So when you provide a shift enter, automatically the thing is going to be happening with. So now 22 by 4 is 5. So this is a floor value. For example, if you want to see the opponent value, for example, I want to go for the 2 to the power of 6. I want to get the value for 2 to the power of 6. I want to get the value for 2 to the power of 6. 2 double star 6 we need to give. When you say 2 double star 6, automatically the value is 64. Okay, so this is a kind of arithmetic operation. Okay, for example, I want to perform some bracket operation. 1 plus 2. Okay, so minus 1 plus 2 minus and 1 minus 2. So how you can calculate this one? How you can calculate this one? What is the calculation process for this, Aisha? So here it is addition, and here it is subtraction, and here it is multiplication, and here it is division, and here it is modulus division or modular, something like exact division or floor division. This is a kind of floor division. And modulus also you can able to work with. So how to work with the modulus values? For example, I want to get the remainder value, 34 percentile 3. When I divide, go with the, so this is the remainder value for 34 percentile 3. So I can able to find out the remainder also. That is one thing. And coming to this is something like modulus or modulo. And can you tell me this one? This one is opponent. Now tell me about this one. Brackets. So Aisha, about this, can you tell me what is the exact output of this? And how this is going to be calculating here?
This is 2.
This is 2. Yes, 2. So basically this is 3 minus 2. 3 minus, sorry, minus 1. 3 minus 1 is something like,
-1.
yeah, 2. Output is 2. See, when you go for the brackets, it is very important. Brackets are going to be calculating first, then only remaining arithmetic operator is going to be performing. First, brackets are important. So something like a BODMAS rule. You know BODMAS rule, I think so. BODMAS, BODMAS. Okay, so in mathematics, you know about the BODMAS rule for that. Now, slowly, I'm entering into the comments in Python. Okay, comments in Python. So there are multiple way you can provide the comments. One way is single line comments. One way is multi-line comments. So single line comments using with hash. Single line comments using with hash symbol. And multi-line comments are going to be working with a triple single quote or triple double quote. This is multi-line comment syntax. This is a multi-line comment syntax. So inside the triple single quote, you can write Python code. That will not render, that will not interpret. When you go something like this is printing as a string, but it is not printing as a value. You can write a lot of Python codes here that will print as a, that will treat as a string. It will not treat as a value. So it will not calculate the value something. So later in editor, I will show how this is going to be printing as a string. It is not showing as a value, something like that. Am I clear? So this is about the multi-line comments, and this is about the single line comments in Python. Single line comments is something like a hash symbol. How many number of lines you can write it, but every line you need to give the hash symbol. Suppose you can write Python code here and using with the hash. Every line we need to give the hash. But for multi-line, a number of statements, suppose this is the Python statement one, and you can write a number of statements in the multiple lines. All the multiple lines are going to be commented at the same time using with the multi-line comments. Getting my point? So this is the single line comments, and this is about multi-line comments, and same thing. So multiple statements you can give here. Same time it is going to run. Now just jump into the one more topic called variables. Okay, variables in Python. And let me write some rules for variable name. Before that, what is variable? Okay, what is variable? What is variable? Variable is some kind of variable is a storage area, or variable is a container. Variable is storage area, or variable is a container which can hold some data, which can hold some data. So that is basically variable definition. That is basically a variable definition. Now come to the point. I just want to give you understand variable name rules. What are the rules for the variable name? The first rule is variable name, variable or identifier. So you can call as variable or identifier. Some people are actually calling as identifier. Some people are calling as variable. Variable name should not start with a number. Should not start with number. So you do not start with a number with variable name. And second point is variable name do not have space. And third point is variable name do not have any special characters. Any special characters. What are the special characters? Something like this. All these are basically special characters, right? So variable name should not allow any special character like this. Okay, variable name allows one special character called underscore. Variable name can allow one special character like underscore. Underscore, this one. That is allowed. Okay, can we see practically how this variable name is going to be available? Okay, for example, a variable name is something like a name. Name is equal to Aisha. So can I provide a variable name like this? Is it possible? What is the value for this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is possible
Can,
now. You can
yes,
give it.
sir.
You can give it, but when I provide one name is equal to something like Srinivas. One name is my variable name. One name is my identifier name. So one name, what is the one name here? So you will be getting a syntax error you will be getting a syntax error. One name is equal to syntax error. Syntax error is the variable name should not start with a number. So the problem is variable name is going to be starting with a number. That is a problem here. So that problem is going to be showing you a syntax error for that. And the second one, variable name do not have any space. For example, I want to define a first underscore name is equal to Srinivas. If I say like this, I want to print first name like this. What is the first name here? First name is not a variable name. First name is not a variable name. First as space name. So this Python is going to be having confusion. So which one I want to take as a variable name, like first or name? Why? Because I'm giving a space now. When I specify space, it is not treating like a variable name. So the second rule, this one. So variable name do not have a space. That is also working fine. Next, the one more thing. So variable name should not contain any special characters, right? So for example, I'm writing like first dollar name is equal to Srinivas. Can I say like this? Is it possible? First dollar name. So it is also giving you error. The third point, variable name do not have any special characters. So you can work with one more thing. That is also one more special characters. You can provide something like a hash kind of thing. So that will not also work. Okay, so again, this point you have to remember. So this one. Variable name do not start with a, do not have any special characters inside. Now, can I say something like this? First hyphen name. Can I say something like this? First hyphen name. What happened? Hyphen also
Error.
not allowed. Okay, the same problem. Variable name do not have any special characters. Even hyphen also not allowed for the variable name. Okay, let me go. First underscore name is equal to, I'm giving Srinivas. This time first underscore name is working fine. First underscore is working fine. Underscore is working fine means the last one, variable name can allow only one special character like underscore. This is working or not? Variable name can allow one special character like underscore. That is allowing. That is okay, fine. Possibility is there. Am I clear with the variable names here? Okay, for example, if you want to work with addition program, let me go with addition program. A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 45 and C is equal to 67 and D is equal to 56. I want to calculate all the marks here, or M1, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, marks 4. We will be having marks for 5 subjects and marks 6 is equal to 88. Okay, for student, I am calculating the marks now. So total marks I want to go. Total marks. Okay, how to calculate all the total marks? M1 plus, M2 plus, M3 plus, M4 plus, M5 plus, M6. Now, can I print total marks now? Total marks. Okay. I got total marks 333. 333. And let me enter into the one simple thing. For example, there is something like product price, PRD price. Product price is something like 65,000. And the product discount, I want to give the discount for the product. Product discount always 5,000. Now final price of the product. Final price is equal to PRD price minus PRD discount. So when I say PRD price minus PRD discount, I can able to get my final price value. Am I right? So what is the final price of the product? See, some kind of calculations you can do. Some kind of calculations you can do using with Python, addition for maps. Okay, so don't worry, I will share this IPython file for you and you can do practice with this. And
Sir.
product price calculation. Now let me enter into the simple thing. I want to go with the print function. Print function in Python. Very important. So why print function is basically using for? Print is a predefined function using for print outputs in Python. Okay. How to write print? There are multiple ways to write the print. You can write like print with single quotes. You can write print with single quotes, or you can write print with double quotes, and you can write print with triple single quotes, and you can write print with triple double quotes. Triple single quotes also allowed and triple double quotes also allowed for the print. Can I take a simple program for this? Okay, print welcome to Python. Welcome to Python. So this is my simple statement. Okay, now this welcome to Python, I want to give for the multiple ways of print. First one I'm giving with single quotes. Next I'm giving double quotes. Next I'm giving triple single quotes. Next I'm giving triple single quotes. They don't give space for this. Or if you want to provide a space, you can provide a space. Looks really good actually. And here also some space you can give. And one more thing, print triple double quotes. Okay. Now I just want to execute this. So how many prints we got? Welcome to Python, welcome to Python, welcome to Python, welcome to Python. How many times I got the print value? 4 times I am getting the print value. So 4 times we can able to see the print value. It means you can write a print statement with any kind of procedure. You can write a print thing, any kind of thing like this. Am I clear? So for example, I want to give the name like this, name Aisha. So I want to print the name, name. So what is the print here? Aisha. So
Aisha.
I want something like my custom thing. So something like name is comma name. Name is Aisha. Okay, so one more thing, age is equal to something like 22 or 33. So I want to print age. I want to print like print age is kind of thing. Okay, age is comma age. That's it. So what I want to do is I want to print the name and age. Finally, I want to print the name and age. Name is comma name plus age is comma age. Am I clear? Oh my God, what is happening? This, huh? Name is Aisha and age is 23. This is clear. Name is Aisha and age is 23. So if you want to print something like that, you can do the print thing. Okay, so let me take a different kind of calculation. Suppose, for example, I want to have the product name. Product name is equal to iPhone, and product price. Product price is equal to 45,000. Product count, I want to give the 34. If you want to print all the values at the same time, you can do the print. I can do print PRD name, something like this. PRD name and PRD price and PRD count. iPhone is there. And for example, if you want to see product name is something, product price is something, product count is something, you have to write the lines for that. You have to write some string for that. So before that, you can take like a product name is comma. You can just specify the comma. And this one product price is product price is okay. You can specify the comma for that. And finally, count product count is product count is okay. Getting my point? So product name is something like a PRD name. Product price is something like a PRD price, and product count is something like a PRD underscore count. So finally, can I execute the program? If I execute the program, so I can see product name, product price, product count at the same time. I can see in the print the product name, in the print the product price, in the print the product count. So everything is going to be enter into the screen. Am I clear? This one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine. So let me have the type method. What is the use of type method? Type function. Type function in Python. Type function in Python. Let me go. Type function is using for getting data type of the variable. Getting data type of the variable. Okay. For example, I want to define multiple data types now. Okay. For example, A is equal to 10. What is the type of A? What is type of A? You tell me what is the type of A? Numeric value, integer. For example, B is equal to 12.4. Type of B, what is the type of B now? It is a floating value. C is equal to, let me give the single quotes. I'm telling something like Srinivas. What is the type of C here? Type of C is string. D is equal to, can I give something like Rajesh with double quotes? Type of D. Type of D is str. Str is string kind of data. Here this one 12.34. 12.34 is a floating kind of data. And here 10 is a integer kind of data, int data, numeric values. Now let me go. E is equal to true. E is equal to true. What is the type of E here? What is the type of E here? Type of E is Boolean value. F is equal to false. And type of F is Boolean value. In Python, whenever you want to write a Boolean true or false, T is the capital letter and F is the capital letter. Remember, these two are keywords. These two are keywords. Yes, I forgot one point. So to tell for the variables, come to the variables again one more time. Where is variables? One more point I forgot. Python identifier, Python identifiers are keywords. Sorry, Python keywords not as a variable name. Not as variable name. Okay, this point you have to remember. Python keywords not as a variable name. For example, so here we have a keyword called true and false. True is a keyword and false is a keyword. And print is a keyword and type is a keyword. So I cannot give these keywords as a variable name, right? So let me try to work out. Let me try to take a one simple program to define that in this here. just copy the line, copy the statement. Python keywords not as a variable name. I'm copying the keyword over there, the line over there, and I'm trying to taking a true is equal to 30, 23. Okay. What is the value it is taking now? What is the output it is giving you now? Our count assigned to 2. Count assigned to true. Why? Because of keywords not as a variable names. Keywords not as a variable names. This is a very, very important point. When you want to take a variable name have some rules and regulations. Yes, variable name is custom defined, not user defined. You can take whatever the name you want, you can take it. But variable name is not user defined, custom defined. Even it is custom defined, you cannot go as beyond as of your wish. Beyond of the rules, you cannot able to do anything. Beyond of the rules, you cannot able to do anything. So you have to follow some rules and regulations for the variable name. So these are the total 5 to 6 rules we need to follow for the variable name. Should not start with the number, should not have a space, do not have any special characters like a hash, dollar, percentile, cap, and ampersand symbol, and asterisk, and parenthesis open, parenthesis close. One more point, a variable name can allow one special character like underscore, yes, possibility, and variable the Python keywords not as a variable. The last point, fifth point, also very, very important. Variable is a simple thing, container. So this is a variable, this is a variable, this is a variable, and this is a variable. Yes, this is a variable. It's a container. This is the kind of containers. For example, this is the integer. This is the float. Type of the data. This is the integer. This is the float. This is the string. Or this is the boolean. Okay. And this is something like a list item. This is something list item. So I can have multiple items in this list can contain multiple items, right? And boolean can contain a value like a true or false. Only two values will be available for the boolean data type. One is a true and one is a false. And for string, you will be having a single quotes or you will be having a double quotes, and you will be having a triple single quote, or you can have triple double quotes. Float value is a kind of point values, 1.5 something. And integer is going to be having an integer value kind of 2 like this. Getting my point? Variable is simple, a container, which is a box. What kind of data you want, you can keep into the variable. A variable always in the left side for the equal to. Equal to is the assignment operator here. For equal to, always your variable name is left side and value will be in the right side. Whatever the value, you are giving the 2, you are giving the 1.5, you are giving the string like Srinivas, you are giving a value like float, you are giving a list object, whatever you want, you can provide a right side. Right side is a value, left side is a variable. Getting my point? Okay, so let me go. This one is type of false. Now, the requirement is type conversion. Type conversion. For example, there is a value like a 12. There is a value like x is equal to 10. And I want to convert, or x is equal to 10.5. I want to convert this into the integer. What is the type of x here? What is the type of x here? This is the floating value, but I want to convert the float value into the integer. Convert this float value into the integer. I just want to specify something like int of x. Int of x. Now type of int of x. Type of int of x. 2 parentheses should come. Type of int of x is integer. So int of x is 10 And type of 10 is what? So this is something like a type of 10 only. This is something like a type of 10 only. Am I right or wrong? This is something like a type of 10 only. Type of 10 or type of int of x is both are same. Am I clear here? Okay, can I convert integer into the floats? For example, there is a value like y value. Y is equal to something like 100. But I want to convert this into the float value. Type of y. This time type of y is integer. I want to convert this y value into the float. Then float of y. What is the float of y this time? 10, 100, 1, 0, 0.0. When you are giving the point, when you are getting the points, that is a floating kind of data. When you are getting the points, that is a floating kind of data. Now, what is the type of float of y? Type of float of y. Type of float of y is something like a float, and this is same like type of y. This is same like a type of y. No. Yeah, type of y is integer. Yes, that is the only output. Type of int of float of. We are converting into the float, right? We are converting into the float. So then
Yes, sir.
finally output will be floating value. So type of float of y, finally we need to get the float value. So we got a float now. Integer got converted
Yes,
into
sir.
the float. Integer already converted into the float.
Float.
Yes. So type is a method which is converting your integers into the floats or floats into the integer. Okay. Now tell me, suppose there is a character like a is equal to a is equal to 10. Can I convert this into the integer? Int of a. What is the int of a now? Okay.
String.
Type of int of a. Type of int of a. Int. So, but this one is string. You're actually taking string. But that string is converting into the integer. The string is converting into the integer when I say int of. When I say int of, what is this int of is? Int of is that string is converting into integer. But remember one point. Okay, let me go. B is equal to character s. Okay, so can I convert this into integer? Int of b. Is it possible? Is it possible? The literal, invalid literal. Literal is very, very important. Inside the string, the literal should be numeric value. Literal should be numeric value. Numeric value only possible for conversion. And when you take literal as character, string, literal as character, when you have literal as character, conversion not possible. Conversion or type conversion. Type conversion not possible. Did you getting the point? So here type conversion is possible. Why? Because the string value is literal or numeric literal. Numeric literal conversion is possible. But here this literal is a character literal. What is a character literal here? S is a character literal. For character literal, conversion is not possible. That is the why reason it is not able to convert, or it cannot able to convert. Am I clear? For example, b is equal to 10.5, and this time it is float. and it is a numeric value. So numeric value I want to convert into the float. FLOAT, float of B. Yes, you can do that. Type of float of B. Type of float of B is some kind of floating value. So I can able to convert your string into the float, but I cannot able to convert. Suppose B is equal to Srinivas. Can I convert this one? Can I convert this one into float? Float B is possible. Could not convert string into float. This is now string. Yeah, this is also string. But what type of string it is? Numerical string. This string is numerical string, but this string is characteristic string. The string is numeric string. Okay, possible. This string is characteristic string. Characteristic string is not possible. Finally, getting all the points. The conversions are very important. Conversions are very important. You have to understand how to convert your values, integers to floats or floats to integers, or numerical strings into the integer, or numerical strings into the floats. Some kind of type conversions are important. In programs, needed type conversions. When you are taking the input from the user entered as a string, but that value you need to convert into the integer, or that value you need to convert into the floats. That time, it is very, very important to understand. Okay. So bye for now. We will continue tomorrow. Okay. You can just follow the recorded session, and you can just follow the notes also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I'll give you the YouTube channel in the message for you. Just ping me in the ping like hi in WhatsApp. I will give two YouTube links. One YouTube link is company, and one YouTube link is mine. Both I will share with you, and you can go and subscribe.
Okay.
You can watch all the videos from now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so yesterday class we discussed variables, and done with the print function, and we done with the print formatting, and we done with the type function, and we done with the input function, all these things. And today we will see one more important topic for Python, that is called indentation. So I just want to take the program for indentation. I want to do one thing, so I will copy this file. I just want to rename it. Okay, I want to open the 19:4 file. Okay, so today we will see about the indentation. So how indentation is going to be taking place in Python. What is the importance of indentation in Python? I will show indentation. So yesterday we seen some programs, right? Something like first number, enter the first number, enter the second number, and all. And can we go with the multiple programs on this? Can we go with the multiple programs about the input here? Okay, let me go with the one more program for input here. Input method. Program name is calculate employee salary. Calculate employee salary. Okay, so the first input is going to be storing the employee name or employee salary, and second input is going to be storing the employee something like bonus value, bonus amount, And one more thing is employee deductions. And finally, I want to get the final salary. So tell me how to do this program. How to do this program? Calculate employee salary using with input methods. Using input methods. So what we can do for this? I want to take one input for the salary enter, and I want to take one more input for the bonus enter, and I want to take one more input for the deductions, and one more thing is final salary. Am I clear? So the first input EMP underscore salary. EMP salary is equal to input of enter salary. Enter salary. And one more input employee bonus. Bonus is equal to one more thing is input of enter bonus. Enter bonus amount or enter bonus in percentage mode. Enter bonus in percentage and employee and salary deduction and the salary bonus just keep as bonus. And one more thing is deductions. Deductions is equal to input of enter deductions in percentage mode. Okay, so if you want to get the final salary, how to get the final salary? Tell me final salary. Employee salary plus bonus minus deductions. Am I clear? How to get the final salary here? Print final underscore salary. And here final underscore salary. I want to get the final salary here. Can I execute this program? Aisha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
If I execute this program, this is percentage mode. For example, the salary is 10,000. So I want to give the percentage 10%, 10% bonus. If I say 10% bonus, if I say 5% deductions, then what is going to be happen? So finally error is unsupported operand yes, string to string. Okay. So this salary plus bonus and deductions, everything is basically strings. Strings cannot able to work with this particular kind of operations. Okay, let me go with the int of employee salary and this one int of bonus and this one int of deductions. See, this plus and minus is not going to be work. This arithmetic operator cannot able to perform on top of the strings. I told you input always takes string kind of data. Input always takes string data. That is the reason I just want to go with the integer conversion. Every value is going to be converted into the integer. Now the salary is 10,000, percentage bonus percentage is 10 and the deduction percentage is 5. And finally output is what? So is this correct? Is this correct answer? See, salary is 10,000. Salary is 10,000. Bonus 10%. What is the 10% of this 10,000? What is the 10% of 10,000? 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees bonus, right? But basically we are giving as percentage mode. And 5% is deduction. 5% is deduction. Deduction is something like 500 rupees. 500 rupees is 5% of the 10,000. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
10% is 1,000 rupees. 5% is 500. Okay, the output should be 9,500. Final salary should be 9,500. I need to get 9,500. 9,500 or 10,500. Sorry, 10,500. Output should be 10,500. After adding the bonus, after doing the deductions, After adding the bonus, after doing the deductions, the final salary will be this much, 10,500. But my output is here 10,005. It is what actually, it is not a calculated value. It is just like percentage value is taking. So what my requirement is, I want to calculate the value. I want to calculate the value from the percentage. Am I clear? I want to calculate the value like 10%. I need to convert into the 1,000, and 5% I need to convert into the 500 rupees. Okay, so what my requirement is, bonus in percentage. This one is bonus in percentage. Bonus in percentage. And this one is deduction in percentage. You are entering as percentage value. But finally, I want to convert bonus value, bonus amount. Bonus amount is equal to, how to calculate the bonus amount? Okay, we will do one thing. So whatever the value you are going to be entering, that time only I'm converting into the integer. Whatever the value you are entering, that time only I'm converting into the integer. That is the best kind of program. So I'm just converting into the integer directly whenever it is available in the input level. And here it is not required. You can remove it. You can remove it here. Okay. Finally, see bonus amount. How to calculate the bonus amount? Employee salary into bonus percentage. Employee salary into bonus percentage divided by 100. Employee salary into bonus percentage divided by 100. That is the value. So what is the output of this? What is the output of this? For example, if I give 10,000 here, if I give 10,000, for example, if I am giving 10,000 here, what is the percentage here? What is the 10% here? If I say here 10%. If I say 10%, what is the value here? 1,000 rupees. If I say 5% here, what is the value? What is the value here? After this, I want to go with the deduction amount also, right? Deduction amount. What is the deduction amount? How to calculate the deduction amount? How to calculate deduction amount? On top of the salary into deduction percentage divided by 100. See, finally, what is the output of this? 500. And finally, final salary will be employee salary plus bonus amount minus deduction amount. Am I clear? This program is clear?
Yes, sir.
This program is clear. So can I execute now? Can I execute now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the salary is 10,000. For example, I'm taking 10,000, but you can take any number of amount. 10,000 is the salary, and bonus amount is something like a 10%, and deduction is something like a 5%. Oh my God, what is this issue? Okay. I think this input also need to convert into the integer. This input also need to convert into the integer. Okay, now you can check it out. 10,000, 10%, and 5%. Finally, what is the final salary? This is the final salary, right? Final salary. What is the final salary now? For example, if I enter 10,000 again, 10% is the bonus percentage, and deduction percentage is 5%, and final salary is 10,500. And you can execute this program, and you can go with the how much salary you want, you can give. It is a different salary now. For example, the total salary is 47,800, and percentage of bonus is 7%, and deduction is only 3%, and final salary is something like 49,712 rupees. Is this clear? See, the value we don't care. How much salary you want, you can give. 1,500. 1,15,000 is the salary, and a bonus is something like a 6% bonus, and deduction amount is something like a 3% deduction, and final salary will be something like this. 11,000. sorry, 1,18,450 rupees. Am I clear this program? See, whenever you want to go with
Sir.
the calculations, you have to do the calculations like this. You have to do the calculations like this. But after the loops and conditions, we will see the marks calculation, and based on the marks, we can provide the grades also. After the conditions, I will take one more time that kind of programs. But based on the inputs, you can try this much. Based on the inputs, you can try this much. Am I clear? So yesterday we done with the addition program, right? Yesterday we done with the addition program. So you do practice with the subtraction, you do practice with the multiplication, you do practice with the division, and you can do practice with the modulo division, all these things based on the two values.
Yes, sir.
And finally, let me go with the indentation. What is the meaning of indentation?
Indentation.
Providing space for code. Providing space. Indentation is something like a space. Indentation is something like a space, providing space for the code. Okay, so Python always follows indentation for code blocks. Python always follow indentation for code blocks. When we apply indentation, spaces and new lines will be strict mode. Straight or strict or whatever. Will be mandatory. Spaces and new lines will be mandatory. Spaces and new lines, rules mandatory. Rules will be mandatory. Whatever the rules are available, those particular rules are mandatory. And coming to the one more point, indentation available for conditions, loops, and classes and all. So whenever you want to go for the indentation, whenever you write a condition, for example, if you're writing a if condition, if you're writing a elif condition, if you're writing a nested if condition, whenever you want to write some conditions, this particular indentation is mandatory. And whenever you want to work with the loops, so indentation is mandatory. And whenever you want to write a function, indentation is mandatory. Whenever you want to write a definition, that function, definition is a kind of function. Whenever you want to write a definitions, indentation is mandatory. And whenever you want to write classes, indentation is mandatory. Indentation is mandatory for a lot of things. Okay, in further we will discuss about the indentation, how indentation is going to be working for, and how indentation will be. Okay, let me go with the one simple program.
Original certificate lagalna.
For example, I want to provide a name. Name is equal to, this is something like a Srinivas. Okay, I want to check the condition. If name is double equal to Srinivas, I am checking the value. If name is equal to Srinivas, colon, whenever you want to start the indentation starts with the colon symbol. Indentation starts with colon symbol. Indentation starts with the colon symbol. Okay, one more point. After colon, indentation block will start. The coming next lines of the code should follow with the same column. Same column, no spaces. Is it clear? Coming next lines of the code should follow with the same column, no spaces. Don't give any spaces for the next lines of the code. For example, I started with the indentation. So by default indentation is 4 spaces or 1 tab. By default indentation is 4 spaces or 1 tab. Okay. For example, so if name is equal to Srinivas, I just want to print like okay matched name. print, you are done. You are done. Okay, so what is the output of this program now? When I enter, where cursor is blinking? Where cursor is blinking? Cursor is blinking in the column of the print or in the column of the if. Where cursor is blinking? Cursor is blinking in the column of print or in the column of if. Tell me, Aisha. Now indentation already closed. Indentation already closed. That is the reason now cursor is blinking in the new line. We are already out of the indentation now. We are already out of the indentation now. So if I execute this program, okay, so incomplete input, where is the incomplete input? Can you see? There is a problem with the incomplete input. Okay, this is sorry. Now execute. Okay, what is the output now? Okay, matched name, you are done. Okay, matched name, you are done. So now this is actually working. This is actually working with the if condition. Am I clear? Am I clear now? How if condition is working with the indentation? Okay, you may ask a question, sir. If indentation already taking by default taking 4 spaces, can I go with the 1 space? Can I go with the 1 space after the if? Can I go with the 1 space after the if? Yes, it is fine. Or can I take 2 spaces after the if? Okay, fine. But if you are taking 2 spaces after the if, but the next line also should be in the 2 lines. Next line also need to start from two spaces. Now finally execute the code. Okay, done, matched. But by default indentation will take how many lines? By default indentation takes how many columns or how many spaces? By default indentation will take 4 spaces. By default indentation will take 4 spaces or 1 tab. But you may work with, for example, unfortunately, I am giving only 1 space, but any one of the space is needed. Don't write in the same column. Don't write in the same column of the if. At least you need to provide 1 column. At least you need to give 1 space. Is it clear? At least we need to give the 1 space after the if. Don't write in the same line. If you are writing the same column format, same column format, it will not work. That is the process of the indentation. So I will write the 1 more program, then you can understand. Okay, I will write the 1 more program. Suppose name is equal to Aisha, and I want to check the name. If name is equal to double equal to, whenever you are checking with the condition, you have to go with the, if name is equal to Aisha, print okay, matched. Else part, when I want to go with the else part, you go back, then give the indentation. Else print not matched. Else print not matched. Okay. So this else should go back. Now execute this, print okay matched, print okay not matched. Okay, what is the output of this program? What is the output of this program now? Name is equal to Aisha. If name is equal to Aisha, print okay matched. If it is not matched, it will go to the next block. What is the next block now? Next block is the else block. Else block is not matched. Now what is the output for you? Not matched. Why not matched is coming here? Not matched is coming basically for you are missing with the capital letter. So you are not giving the capital letter for the Aisha here. That is the reason this name and this name both are different. This is in the capital A and this is in the small a. That is why reason. First true block will not execute. Directly it will jump into the false block. So when false block is executing, automatically it will come to the second line. Second line is something, second block. Second block is something like not matched. Okay, you may ask a question, sir, can I go with the one column space here? And can I execute it? Yes, it is working fine. For this block, only 1 column space I am giving. For the second block, I am giving 4 column space. That is not an issue. That is not an issue. That is not a problem. For the first block, one column space is working. For the second block, default one tab or 4 spaces are working. That is not an issue. Or you can go with the 1 space here also. That is good. Not matched. You got to understand how indentation is working here.
Yes, sir.
Indentation is not only for the conditions. Indentation will work for the definitions also. We will write one simple definition: def hello, def print name, def print name. So this is something like a definition. Okay, by default it will take 4 column indentation. Print. Okay, so before that I want to write down the name. Name is equal to equal to is the assignment operator. Name is equal to Srinivas. Then I want. Okay, if I want to call the definition. If I want to call the definition like this. What is the output now? So this here indentation here block already closed. Block closed here. The coming lines, I want to call the function. This is the definition calling. Definition calling basically starting from the first column onwards. Definition calling is not inside the block. You have to come out from the block and you need to call the function, call the definition. See, some other programming languages, this is called as functions, and in Python, it is called as a definition. Definition calling or function calling, whatever you want, you can just go with that. And this is kind of definition calling or function calling. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me go with the one more simple example. Def add 2 numbers. Add 2 numbers. Colon indentation. So x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, and z is equal to x plus y. I am doing all operations in the same block. I am doing all the operations in the same block. That is the very reason I am not come out from the indentation. I am inside the indentation only. Print addition value is comma z. Z is the addition value. Okay. Finally, I need to come out of the definition and call the definition. Call the function. I am calling function or definition now. Add 2 numbers. Okay, finally execute it. Addition value is 30. Addition value is 30. I got output or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can write this kind of indentation for the conditions, for the loops, for the different kind of things. Okay, let me execute one loop also. I will write a loop. Okay, for I in range of 10. Okay, so print I value. Print I value. So can you see now the value which is going to be iterating? The value which is going to be iterating 10 times. The first time I is 0, and second time I is 1, and I is 2, I is 3. The value is going to be incrementing. The value is repeating for you. It is looping for you 10 times. Why? Because of I am giving range as 10. If I say 5.
0, 1 to 4.
0, 1 to 4. 5 values are printing. I started with the
Yes, sir.
0. I started with the 0. So you can give the range like this, or we can define a list item. For example, I want to define a list item. Okay, let me give the fruits here. Apple, orange. Okay, so I will come to the list items later. Each and every data type we will discuss separately. Okay, so I'm defining some fruits like this. What I want to do is for fruit in fruits. For fruit in fruits. Now each and every fruit I want to iterate. Print of fruit. Fruit. Okay, so output is what? Apple is printing, orange is printing, mango is printing, lemon is printing. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So how this indentation is working for the loops, we have to understand. So where indentation is working? Indentation is working for the loops. Indentation is working for conditions. Indentation is working for definitions. And one more simple thing I will write down. I will combine one loop and one condition. Okay, for I in range of 20. I in range of 20. How many values need to come now? If
0 to 19.
I percentile 2 is equal to 0, I am writing condition inside. Print even, else print odd. Okay, so let me take only 10 values. Now, if I percentile 2 is equal to 0, print even, else print odd. Now you can see the values. If it is even number, 0 is even number, right? 0, 2, 4,
Yes, sir.
6, 8, even. Whenever it is even number, then automatically I'm printing even number. Whenever it is odd number, I'm just printing like odd.
Odd number.
Yeah. So here indentation is working two steps
sir.
now. Indentation is working for loop. At the same time, indentation
And
again working for the conditions also.
Yes,
First
sir.
indentation starts for the loop, and second indentation starts with the condition. Two indentations are basically injecting in the one program. Okay, don't confuse with the Python. Don't confuse with the indentation. Indentation is going to be available for conditions, for loops, for definitions, and for classes also. Indentation is basically available for multiple kind of programming levels. Later we will discuss all the things. Okay, so you got to understand how indentation is working. You would understand how indentation is working here. Indentation is working in the multiple ways. Indentation is, what is indentation first of all? Indentation is
Providing
providing space for the
code.
code. And Python always follows indentation for the code blocks. And when we apply indentation, space and new line rules will be mandatory. Indentation available for conditions, groups, definitions, and classes. And indentation starts with the symbol, colon symbol. After colon, indentation block will start. Coming next lines of the code should follow with the same column, no spaces.
No space.
By default, indentation is 4 spaces or 1 tab.
4 spaces or 1.
At least we need to, one more point I read. At least we need to provide 1 space for indentation. At least we need to provide 1 space for indentation. Without space, indentation will not work out. Without space, indentation will not work out. And one more important point. So coming next lines of the code should follow the same column. This point I will keep here. This point I'll keep here. Coming next lines of the code should follow with the same column, no spaces. Okay, so for that, I am having multiple programs now. So the first program is just if condition. The second program is if else. And the third program, I am writing a simple definition. And fourth program, I am going with the addition of 2 numbers. And one more simple program, I am writing the loop of values, loop of range values. And one more thing is something like a list item. This is a list item. This is actually called a list item. And we are iterating the list values. At the same time, we are taking the range of 10 values. If it is even number, I want to print something. If it is an odd number, I want to print something. This is something like a nested indentation. This concept is basically nested indentation. Can I keep program here is nested indentation? See, I'm not closing definitions. I'm not closing loops. I'm not closing the conditions. The topic is separate. But today we are talking about only indentation. How indentation is working, we have to understand. Aisha, you are getting my point. And today
Yes,
I'm not discussing about the loops. I'm not discussing about the conditions. Each and every day, a new topic will be there for you. So maybe in tomorrow session, I'm taking a lot of time to you. Tomorrow we will go with a lot of things. Tomorrow we will conclude operators. Tomorrow we will conclude conditions. Tomorrow we will conclude the loops also. conditions. Tomorrow we will be having the class for operators, loops and conditions. So these particular topics we will conclude the tomorrow session, Saturday session. But till now you do practice with these things. You do practice with indentation.